Come on, Michelle Mo.
Meares.
Week 6 is here.
It is.
You did the opposite of everything you thought last week.
Yeah, I'm smarter than I thought.
Because you sucked the week before 2-11.
Yeah, I did better.
How'd you do this week?
3-12, but you know what that shows me? Shows me that I should have gone 12-3.
It shows me that there was more games.
No, it shows me I should have gone 12-3 because I did the opposite, and now I know that I'm not crazy. I can get back to picking games like I know I can.
Doesn't count for the standings. I'm still kicking your dick in everything except fantasy. We'll get into that later. Let's get into our games. You'll do one game, I'll do one game, then we'll rapid fire the rest. Let's do week 6. First game we're going to do, my team. The Buffalo Bills have become relevant.
They are, yes.
Granted, it's week 6.
Still.
But we're all holding on to hope.
They're playing for first place in the division.
Last week, Alex Henry, friend of our show, because we mentioned him on it. And we have to be the only show that he's ever been mentioned on.
It has to be.
Awful.
He got cut, so that's how good he had.
Regardless, the Bills with Kyle Orton.
Neckbeard.
This is more fodder for people to say that the Patriots are back. I mean, come on, man.
Well, they are favored by 3.
They're favored by 3 on the road. Whatever. I mean, they're going to win by 10. This is just like, oh, we're gonna build up a whole bunch of stuff, but at the end of the day, the numbers work out. New England will make the playoffs at 9-7, and they'll get stomped because they're not as good in matchups as everybody else. This game, I love my Bills. Not with Kyle Orton.
So last week I went on my rant and I did the opposite of everything I thought I should do.
Didn't work out.
And I would have gone 12-3 if I would have stuck to my guns. I'm going to tell you what. I don't think New England's back. I think they were extremely pissed off after last week, losing and getting embarrassed
that was obvious.
On Monday Night Football.
That was obvious.
And I still don't think they're that good a team. I think that the Buffalo Bills are going to expose them at home. They have new owners who will be officially have the ownership starting on Friday. The Bills are going to want to impress their new owners at home for the division. I think Buffalo wins, so I'll take the 3 points.
Where does Kyle Orton fit into that?
Neckbeard, dude. Strength of the neckbeard.
Second game we're going to do, it's not a strong week of games.
No, it isn't.
But the Giants and the Eagles have to be relevant for our show.
It's a huge rivalry game. It's at Philadelphia. Philadelphia's favored by 2.5. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't watch 1 second of the St. Louis-Philadelphia game last week. I was playing golf. I am glad I didn't watch it because if they would have started coming back, I might have broken something in my house.
I don't know how it was even going on. I mean, I turned it off and I was watching Red Zone. It's not even possible.
Unbelievable.
It's not even possible.
So here we go. Philadelphia 4-1. I still think they're a solid 4-1. I know 4-1 means I shouldn't be so hard on my own team, but you can't give up 21 fourth quarter points to the St. Louis Rams and Austin Davis and let Austin Davis throw for 375 yards. We got Eli Manning coming off of finally having a good game. They've got this Odell Beckham character.
Yeah, what is this guy?
He's a rookie. This is his
All
first game.
All of a sudden, he's the second coming of the third coming.
Well, they have another receiver as the point on the outside, other than Victor Cruz. The only thing I got going for me is Rashad Jennings got hurt, but their backup Andre Williams, he looked actually pretty solid running the ball. I don't like this game at all. I think Philadelphia is finally going to lose a game and come back down to earth. Right now they don't seem like better than a 9-7 team. So I'm going to take the Giants and I will take the 2.5 points.
We've overreacted to everything in the beginning of the season. We always kind of try to figure out where things are going. There's nothing you can figure out right now.
No.
But the one thing that I know is this. The Eagles will not win an easy game.
No.
That is a guarantee.
Yes.
So Costanza that 41-7 Eagles.
Oh.
Because that's the only thing that I could see happen at this point. Every time I think something's going to happen, like to me, there's no way the Giants don't dominate the Eagles and then create a whole hysteria about how the Eagles aren't good because that's what everybody's begging for.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
So 41-7 Eagles. That's what I'm going with. Now it's time for rapid fire. What's the first game?
Let's start with Thursday night's game. Indianapolis traveling to Houston. Indianapolis a 3-point favorite on the road.
I like Houston in this at home.
Okay.
I like their defense. I think they can trip up Andrew Luck.
Okay.
I don't think he's as good as Tony Romo right now. So
wow. All right.
That's my take on that.
I am going to give limited limited expertise or limited conversation on every game, I'm just going with the picks this week. It's my new theory. Give me Indianapolis -3.
Okay.
Next game, Denver traveling to the New York Jets. Denver is an 8.5 point favorite on the road.
You're going to take limited. That's all I got to take. Anybody else take anybody else?
I'll take Denver. I mean,
yeah, I ain't got to say it.
Pittsburgh traveling to Cleveland. Cleveland a 2-point favorite.
Cleveland is my team, man.
I told you.
They're my team. Brian Hoyer is the real deal. Just put him down 28. He's gonna light you up.
I am also taking Cleveland to cover.
All day.
Jacksonville traveling to Tennessee. Tennessee a 5.5 point favorite at home. The smallest line Jacksonville's faced all year.
That's awesome because it ain't gonna matter. They got a guy with a ponytail looking like Hall & Oates in one person at quarterback for Tennessee. He will win by 8.
I will take Tennessee to win also and cover the 5.5. Chicago traveling to Atlanta. Atlanta a 3-point favorite at home.
Atlanta.
I'm taking Atlanta. They're a different team at home. Green Bay traveling to Miami. Miami is a 3.5 point underdog. Green Bay favored by 3.5. Green Bay also. I like your picks today. Detroit traveling to Minnesota. Detroit a 1.5 point favorite on the road.
Corduroy Patterson, if you ever set foot in New Jersey, I'm going to have your ass. You're cut. 1 point. 1 point. And I still won. So I got to keep him in the lineup. No, I'm not picking Minnesota. I'm picking the other.
You're taking Detroit?
Yeah, well, who the fuck are they? I mean, what did they do? Oh, we haven't even been doing this. Who are they? What the hell was that kid? Jim Schwartz gets carried off the fucking field after you beat...
That was Buffalo.
Well, oh, shit. All right, my bad, but still, it reflects. Good.
I'm taking Minnesota in that game at home. Carolina traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati a 7-point favorite coming off that really bad loss to New England.
Cincinnati will do what New England did last week, and they'll just come back. Minus the voice cracking.
I disagree. I think Carolina covers the 7.
Yeah.
Baltimore traveling to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a 3-point underdog at home.
I take Tampa Bay because they're sneaky, man. They're really sneaky.
Well, I didn't realize they were ninjas. I will take Baltimore to cover the 3.
Missed it.
San Diego traveling to Oakland. San Diego is 7-point favorite.
Whatever it is.
I'll take San Diego also. There's no shot in hell Oakland
fucking Oakland will go 0-16.
Dallas traveling to Seattle. Seattle.
Hey, Dallas can't lose if that's what Des Bryant does every play. Every play. Ow! I won the ball. And they don't call it. 3 times. Hey! Dallas.
So, Dallas, I'm going to take Seattle to cover the 8. Washington traveling to Arizona. Arizona a 3.5 point favorite at home.
Arizona's at home?
At home, and they're a 3.5 point favorite.
I'll take them since they're traveling across country, and that's the only thing I have for that. I mean, Kirk Cousins really cannot win.
No, bounce back game for the Cardinals. I'll take the Cardinals minus the points.
Despite the fact I might get the call to be the quarterback. I mean, who the fuck do they have at quarterback?
Last game of the week, Monday night game, San Francisco traveling to St. Louis. St. Louis is a 3.5 point home underdog.
Who's
San Francisco is favored by 3.5 on the road at St. Louis in the Dome.
I take St. Louis. I think it's time. I think it's time for them to step up. Austin Davis steps up and says, "Colin Kaepernick, you're actually a fraud."
I'm going to go against you. I'm going to take San Francisco to cover the 3.5. Let's go on to fantasy.
Now it's time for fantasy, something that we have not been excelling at.
No, this week was rough. I went to get rid of my defense, and I only got 2 points from Seattle. You went with a running back.
And I think you got away with only losing 7 points.
True. I'm up by 10.
Giovanni Bernard. I mean, my theory across the board about the Bengals.
Yeah.
Don't ever catch me on the flip.
All right, so I'm still up by 10. And
supporting the Bengals.
And I'm going to go with a Denver tight end, Julius Thomas, to have a big week against the Jets.
I'm going to go with number 10 on Denver. I think you know his name. I think it's Emmanuel Sanders.
It is Emmanuel.
It doesn't matter because every time I turn around and I want Julius Thomas to catch something and I see a 0 because I have him on my fantasy team, it's the other guy. It's the small guy. It's the Black Wes Welker. But with like longer catches.
Yes.
I'm taking him this week and I'm going to catch up.
We'll see.
Now it's once again time for comment of the week.
Yep, we
don't have multiples.
Nope, we had 24 comments, so we're going to pick one that was the best. This comment comes from a very famous person, who invented some theories, I believe. His name is Charles Darwin.
Came up with. You invent a product.
Oh, okay.
You come up with a theory.
Well, his comment was, "Congratulations on your picks this week. The humor you invoke on your show is second to none, even if it's at your own expense at times. I especially support Meares' heartfelt attempt to become more intelligent with his picks. This will work.
Worked out well.
However, it's not always that easy because Meares will have to absolutely make sure it's the opposite of his own irrational thinking." Now, when I first read this comment, I thought it was a compliment, and now that I've reread it a couple times, I realize it isn't.
I'm fascinated by the idea that you read it multiple times.
He used the word invoke, and he's the only person to have a above 11th grade education to ever comment on our show, so I was impressed.
I don't agree with that at all, and I will say this. If you're going to name yourself Charles Darwin, you can come up with a fucking emoticon or something. Like, you can do something for a picture. I'm looking at the fucking guy that's like, whatever. It's just a blue person. Give me something. So that's it for week 6.
Yes, very excited. I'm going to do better than 3-12 and 2-11.
Week 8's next because my quarterback's on a bye. Or is it week 7?
No, it'd be week 7.
My quarterback's on a bye in fantasy, so don't I get a bye?
No, you don't get a bye.
Fuck. We gotta come back for next week?
Yeah, we gotta come back.
All right,
it's finally, I don't have to travel next week for the first time, so that'll be nice. I won't be exhausted when we're filming.
I'm not so opposed to these games this week. I think maybe follow our advice and try and make something against the big.
I think I'm going to go above 500 for the first time in 3 weeks. Get at it. See you next week.